Welcome back. I'm MR3, and this is my 2-month review of Straight Talk Wireless Silver Plan, which is $45 and about $47 and about 40 cents, give or take, after taxes. I want to talk about the coverage. The coverage is really awesome. They go off of Verizon. I was at an Easter dinner just not too long ago, and where we had dinner, some of my relatives that were with AT&T companies and T-Mobile companies did not have coverage at that area. But my parents and I, they are with Verizon, and I'm with Straight Talk, which is owned by Verizon. So it uses the Verizon towers. I had some coverage there. I was able to receive calls because I had a sibling call me and I missed that call because my phone was in my pocket, and I was able to get text messages and send text messages. So sometimes Verizon works where other companies don't work. So that's a great thing. I'm glad I was able to test that out when I was there. Next, we're going to talk about data. Some MVNOs or prepaids say they have 22 gigs of data, maybe even up to 35 gigs of data. Well, Straight Talk says they have 60 gigabytes of high-speed data. But when I check my usage right before I recorded this video, it says that I use 300 gigabytes of data. How did I do that? Well, I watch videos at night, or I just let it play at night while I was going to sleep and just put my phone on silent. Then next, I would watch YouTube. I know YouTube uses more data, and I listen to YouTube music while I was working out or just in general. So also I use Apple Music as much as I can. I look up stuff on my phone, my Bible studies. I use that for that too. So, and other social media. So, but I went up to 300 gigs and it's still kicking, and it's still awesome. I hear other people doing that too, up to like 300 gigabytes of data a month, while others slow you down after 22 gigs. So that's just something to think about. But those are my two biggest things I want to test out on my Straight Talk. And also, the call quality was really clear on my iPhone. The recent carrier I was with, I was at the end, maybe my phone was getting too old, but my phone was starting to mess up, starting to glitch when I was calling other people. I couldn't really hear them all the time. But once I got this phone, I found out, yes, maybe it was the other phone getting old, but now I have my new iPhone, so I like the call quality. So those are just some things I like about it, that I don't have to worry about data. I'm going to go back on Wi-Fi after this month trial of just using only Wi-Fi for like maybe 99% of the time. But that's what we need to do, is do what works best for us. Verizon works where I want it to work. I was with Cricket before, which is owned by AT&T. But I want to get cheaper phone prices, and that's why I joined Straight Talk. But we got to do what works best for us. We can't worry about what other people think, their opinions sometimes. But this is the personal development part of the channel, the Culture Shock. We all have to do what works best for us in life. Whether that's in a relationship, maybe you're with someone, you just met her, maybe you can Give her a test run for 1 to 5 years to find out if she is marriage material. Or if you're a girl, you can see if the guy is marriage material. Give him a try for about a year to 5 years. Instead of just jumping into marriage like some people do after a month or 3, and sometimes you find out it flops, and now you have to do the hard work of unmarrying that person. But do your best. Do what works best for you. Maybe it's a vehicle. Maybe you're a Chevy person and you want to try a Ford. Maybe you can try it out. Who knows? Other people might make fun of you because you're known as the Chevy guy and you just want to try a Ford. But you got to do what works best for you. You can't care about what people think all the time. I mean that in a good way. I don't mean that to be offensive. Maybe you go to church. Maybe the church you are going to is not preaching the whole truth. Maybe you want something that is similar to the Bible. You want biblical truths. Maybe you can try another church and see how that works for you. I'm not saying be a church jumper or church hopper, but just try a church that works best for you and your morals. So you can't worry about what other people think about you all the time. You got to do what works best for you in life. Maybe you're with a person that people don't think, maybe you're dating a person that other people don't approve of, but maybe that person is nice to you. They're the best. But you can't worry about what other people think if things are going good for your life, because it's all up to you. That's all up to your opinion and what's best for you. A lot of people care about what other people think, their judgment. But you can't worry about other people's judgment. That's why I'm with Straight Talk Wireless. I didn't care about other people's opinions. I heard relatives say they were with Straight Talk. I had a friend who said she was with Straight Talk, and it worked great for them. The only thing is, phone gets old, so you gotta get another phone, and that's why one of my friends left for another carrier. But we gotta all do what works best for our lives, our families, our pocket. Maybe you want to test a product before you use it. Test drive a vehicle. But at the end, we gotta all do what works best for our lives. So I hope this video was helpful. This is the personal development part of my channel, or this part of the video. And always do what works best for you, whatever phone carrier you're with, T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, any of these companies. Maybe one doesn't really work good for you. Maybe you want to try another one. But just do what works best for you and your house. Maybe you want a phone that works best at your house, a phone carrier, or your job, your gym. But just find one that works best for you. It doesn't have to be Straight Talk. I'm not going to be one of these people trying to sell you on Straight Talk, because Verizon does not pay me to make Straight Talk videos. So if this video was helpful, then give it a thumbs up. I was just letting you know that Straight Talk works great for me, but you have to find a company that works best for you. If you do, you can let me know in the comments. But keep on growing, keep on learning, and always do what works best for you.